Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is compilation video of current affairs of second week. If you appreciate our efforts, please share it. Thank you and let's start. The Union Cabinet has recently approved a reservation at what percentage for economically backward upper caste in government jobs. So recently Union Cabinet has approved 10% reservation. So 10% is right answer, and this 10% reservation has been approved in educational institutions and in government jobs for economically backward sections in general category. Therefore, a constitutional amendment bill will be presented in Parliament. Why a constitutional amendment bill? Because for the reservation provisions, Article 15 and Article 16 of Indian Constitution will have to be amended. That's why a constitutional amendment bill will be tabled in Parliament. Now, as per this proposed reservation scheme, this will be over and above the existing 50% reservation. That 50% reservation is provided to scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and other backward classes. Now here are two important things. First, Supreme Court in Indira Sahani case in 1992 ruled that reservations could not exceed 50%. So 50% is upper limit as per Indira Sahani judgment by the Supreme Court in 1992. Next question is, which Indian organization has recently signed MOU, that means Memorandum of Understanding, with Samir for research in communication, navigation and surveillance? Right answer is AAI, that means Airport Authority of India has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with Society for Applied Microwave Electronics Engineering and Research. So Samir stands for Society for Applied Microwave Electronics Engineering and Research. So both AAI and Samir will conduct joint research programs in the field of communication, navigation and surveillance. Now if we talk about Samir, it is an autonomous research and development institute under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. If we talk about Airport Authority of India, it is a statutory body. It works in the field of aviation. It was founded in 1995 and presently Dr. Guru Prasad Mohapatra is the chairman of Airport Authority of India. Next question is, who is the head of task force to look into suicides of Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas students? Right answer is Mr. Jitendra Nagpal. Recently, MHRD, that means Ministry of Human Resource Development, has constituted a task force to look into the issues of suicides of students in Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas. This task force will be headed by Dr. Jitendra Nagpal. If we talk about few other committees which were in news recently, committee headed by IIT Hyderabad chairman Mr. BVR Mohan Reddy has advised AICTE to stop setting up new colleges from 2020 and review the creation of new capacity after every 2 years. There was one more committee which was in news. A National Implementation Committee was constituted under the chairmanship of Mr. Ramnath Singh, who is our present Home Minister, to commemorate the 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Government also constituted Rajiv Kumar Committee to look into the selling of Oil India Limited and ONGC fields to private companies. Mr. Rajiv Kumar is the Vice Chairman of Niti Aayog. Recently, the committee, headed by Union Home Secretary Mr. Rajiv Gauba, submitted its report. The committee was constituted to examine and to deliberate on the need for separate law to curb mob lynching. That means to stop the instances of mob lynching. There is one more important fact related to mob lynching. Recently, Manipur passed Protection from Mob Violence Bill to stop incidents of such lynching. Next question is, who is the recipient of Ramnath Goenka Excellence in Journalism Award for investigating reporting in print category? Right answer is S. Vijay Kumar. Mr. S. Vijay Kumar, who is the senior deputy editor with The Hindu, was presented the Ramnath Goenka Excellence Award for investigating reporting. The award was presented by Union Home Minister Mr. Rajnath Singh. Now, if we talk about Mr. Ramnath Goenka, he was an Indian newspaper publisher. He launched the Indian Express in 1932. If we talk about few other press related awards, recently Miss Swati Chaturvedi won Press Freedom Award for Courage. Also, the veteran journalist and the chairman of The Hindu Publishing Group, Mr. N. Ram, was given Raja Ram Mohan Roy Award. This award was presented on the occasion of National Press Day. On 16th of November every year, National Press Day is celebrated. If we talk about World Press Freedom Day, it is celebrated on 3rd of May. There is one report related to press. It is World Press Freedom Index. It is prepared by Reporters Without Border. So as per 2018 World Press Freedom Index, India is on 138th position. Norway is on top of this index and Sweden is on 2nd position. Next question is, which country's team has clinched the 2019 Hopman Cup title? Right answer is Switzerland. The Swiss team of Mr. Roger Federer and Miss Belinda Bencic has won the 31st edition of Hopman Cup tournament in Perth in Australia. Now this Hopman Cup is a tennis tournament and the team of Mr. Roger Federer and Miss Belinda Bencic has won this 2019 Hopman Cup title. Now with this win, Mr. Roger Federer is the first player to win 3 Hopman Cups. If we talk about Switzerland, it is a European country and the capital of Switzerland is Bern. In fact, the headquarters of International Olympic Committee is also in Switzerland. It is a sports federation and it is responsible for organizing modern day Olympic Games. And the 2020 Winter Youth Olympic Games will also be in Switzerland. Recently, the 2018 Summer Youth Olympic Games held in Argentina. Argentina also hosted recent G20 summit. India will host G20 summit in 2022. And the next Summer Youth Olympic Games will be in 2022 in Senegal. Senegal is a African country and the capital of Senegal is Dakar. Also, the headquarters of World Economic Forum is in Switzerland. It is in Cologne in Switzerland. World Economic Forum was founded in 1971 and Mr. Klaus Schwab is the founder of WEF. The headquarters of BIS, that is Bank for International Settlements, is also in Switzerland in Basel. You might have heard Basel norms. Headquarters of WHO is also in Switzerland in Geneva. And Mr. Tedros Adhanom is the Director General of WHO. It was formed in 1948. The headquarters of FIFA is also in Switzerland in Zurich. So you need not to remember each and every city, but you can have a fair idea about the country. Next question is, which city is the venue of 2nd edition of Khelo India Youth Games 2019? Right answer is Pune. The 2nd edition of Khelo India Youth Games will be in Pune. If we talk about Pune, recently Pune District Court became India's first court to allow e-payments. Recently, Miss Vedangi Kulkarni became fastest Asian woman to cycle around the globe. Miss Vedangi Kulkarni is also from Pune. In fact, India's first all festival also held in Pune. It was organized by ELA Foundation. FTII, that is Film and Television Institute of India, is also in Pune, and recently Mr. Anupam Kher resigned from the post of FTII chairman and Mr. Brijinder Pal Singh has been appointed as new FTII chairman. The second FTII will be in Arunachal Pradesh. Next question is, the Union government has amalgamated which of the following regional rural banks into a single RRB? Right answer is Punjab Gramin Bank, Malwa Gramin Bank and Satluj Gramin Bank. So the government of India has amalgamated 3 RRB. These 3 are Punjab Gramin Bank, Malwa Gramin Bank and Satluj Gramin Bank. The sponsor bank of RRBs are NABARD, that means National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, and the government of Punjab, as well as the Punjab National Bank, State Bank of India and Punjab and Sindh Bank. If we talk about RRBs, these were formed on the recommendations of Nasiman Committee. RRBs are having legislative backing through Regional Rural Banks Act of 1976. So if we talk about shareholdings, central government have 50% shares, state governments have 15% shares and the rest 35% shares are with sponsor banks. There was one more amalgamation which was in news recently as Cabinet approved first ever 3-way merger in Indian banking with amalgamation of Vijaya Bank, Dena Bank and Bank of Baroda. Next question is, which Indian personality has joined IMF as first female Chief Economist? Right answer is Professor Geeta Gopinath. Recently, Geeta Gopinath had joined IMF as first female Chief Economist. If we talk about IMF, it is International Monetary Fund. It was founded in 1945 and the headquarters is in Washington DC. Miss Christine Lagarde is the MD of IMF. So with this, Miss Geeta Gopinath has become the second Indian after Mr. Raghuram Rajan to be appointed to that position. Mr. Raghuram Rajan was former RBI governor. He is the author of book I Do What I Do. There was one more RBI governor who was in news. Recently, Mr. Shaktikant Das has been appointed as new RBI governor after the resignation of Mr. Urjit Patel. RBI also constituted a committee to review the economic capital framework. This committee will be headed by former RBI governor Mr. Vimal Jalan. There was one more committee of RBI which was in news. This committee was constituted for the revival of MSME sector. This committee will be headed by former SEBI chairman Mr. UK Sinha. Next question is, which city is the venue of All India Radio National Poets Conference 2019? Right answer is Chennai. This conference will be in Chennai. This is first time that Chennai is hosting the Sarv Bhasha Kavi Sammelan. So in this particular All India National Poet Conference, poets representing 22 languages will participate. These 22 languages are those which are mentioned in 8th schedule of Indian Constitution. If we talk about 8th schedule of Indian Constitution, originally there were 14 languages, then through 21st Constitutional Amendment Act, Sindhi was added, and then later through 71st Amendment, Konkani, Manipuri and Nepali were added into this 8th schedule. And through 92nd Constitutional Amendment Act, Bodo, Dogri, Santhali and Maithili were also added. So presently there are 22 languages in 8th schedule of Constitution. If we talk about Chennai, it is in Tamil Nadu, and as per the Niti Aayog's Sustainable Development Goals India Index 2018, Tamil Nadu is one of the top performing states. Himachal Pradesh, Kerala and Tamil Nadu are top performers, while Assam, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh were the worst performers. Tamil Nadu's Periyakulam police station was also in the list of top 10 police stations of 2018. The Kalu police station of Rajasthan was on the top of this list. If we talk about Tamil Nadu and administration, Mr. Banwari Lal Purohit is the governor of Tamil Nadu and Mr. E.K. Palaniswamy is the chief minister of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu's Virudhunagar district was on the top in second Delta ranking. Delta ranking is related to Aspirational District Program. The Aspirational District Program is for the rapid transformation of backward districts. It is an initiative of Niti Aayog. Also, India's first music museum will be in Thiruvayuru in Tamil Nadu. Thiruvayuru is the birthplace of Saint Tyagaraja. He is one of the trinities of Carnatic music. Next question is, the Personal Laws Amendment Bill 2018 has struck out which disease as a ground for seeking a divorce? Right answer is leprosy. Lok Sabha recently passed a bill for the removal of leprosy as a ground for divorce. If we talk about leprosy, leprosy is also known as Hansen's disease. It is caused by Mycobacterium leper. Therefore, it should be kept in mind that it is a bacterial disease. Presently, leprosy is completely curable and it can be treated with multi-drug therapy. Every year, on the last Sunday of January, World Leprosy Day is observed to increase the public awareness about leprosy. Which city is the venue of 4th edition of Raisina Dialogue? Right answer is New Delhi. The 4th edition of Raisina Dialogue started in New Delhi. The theme of this event is a world reorder, new geometries, fluid partnerships, uncertain outcomes. So this was the 4th edition and it was organized by Ministry of External Affairs and Observer Research Foundation. The Prime Minister of Norway delivered inaugural address. Miss Erna Solberg is the Prime Minister of Norway. Next question is, what is the theme of first ever Global Aviation Summit 2019? Right answer is Flying for All. The first ever Global Aviation Summit is scheduled to be held in Mumbai and the theme of this event is Flying for All. Recently, Mr. Jayant Sinha, who is the Minister of State for Civil Aviation, launched GAS 2019 mobile application. GAS stands for Global Aviation Summit. So this GAS 2019 application was launched for this first ever Global Aviation Summit. This particular event will be organized by Ministry of Civil Aviation along with FICCI. If we talk about FICCI, it is Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry. It was formed in 1927 and Mr. Ghanshyam Das Birla and Mr. Purushottam Das Thakur Das were the founding members. It is a non-governmental trade association. Recently, Mr. Sandeep Somani became the president of FICCI and Mr. Uday Shankar became the vice president of FICCI. Next question is, who has been appointed as new Director General of SSB? SSB stands for Sashastra Seema Bal. Right answer is Mr. Kumar Rajesh Chandra. If we talk about SSB, it is Sashastra Seema Bal and its motto is Service, Security and Brotherhood. It was formed in 1963. One peculiar thing that should be kept in mind is that it is a CAPF, that means Central Armed Police Force. CAPF are under the Ministry of Home Affairs. On the other hand, military forces are under Ministry of Defense. So presently, Mr. Kumar Rajesh Chandra is the Director General of SSB. If we talk about few other appointments, recently Mr. Sudhir Bhargav has been appointed as Chief Information Commissioner. Mr. A.K. Sikri became the Executive Chairman of NALSA. Mr. Vinod Kumar Yadav became the Chairman of Railway Board. Mr. Shaktikant Das became new RBI Governor after the resignation of Mr. Urjit Patel. Mr. Krishnamurthy Subramaniam became new Chief Economic Advisor. Mr. Sunil Arora is the Chief Election Commissioner and Mr. Arvind Saxena is UPSC Chairman. Mr. Nageshwar Rao Guntur is Chairman of AERB and Mr. Jalal Srivastava is the Chairman of Inland Waterways Authority of India. Mr. Ajay Bhushan Pandey is Revenue Secretary and Mr. Ajay Narayan Jha is Finance Secretary. Mr. Ashok Kumar Gupta is the Chairperson of Competition Commission of India and Mr. Shekhar Mande is the Director General of CSIR. Next question is, who has become the first monarch of Malaysia to resign before completing tenure? Right answer is Sultan Muhammad. The Malaysian king Sultan Muhammad has become Malaysia's first monarch to step down before completion of 5-year tenure. As per the official statement, no specific region was given for this decision. Malaysia is only country in world to have a rotational monarchy. Malaysia became independent in 1957. If we talk about Malaysia, it is an Asian country and the capital of Malaysia is Kuala Lumpur. Malaysia is also the part of ASEAN. The most recent summit of ASEAN held in Singapore. The headquarters of ASEAN is in Jakarta. Jakarta is the capital of Indonesia. If we talk about Malaysia, the Strait of Malacca, which is a strategic choke point, is between Malaysia and Indonesia. Additionally, Malaysia recently abolished death penalty. Harimayu Sakti is the joint military exercise between India and Malaysia. Next question is, which grading index has been introduced by MHRD to assess quality of school education in states? Right answer is 70 point. Recently, MHRD, that means Ministry of Human Resource Development, has introduced a 70-point grading index to assess the quality of school education. So, the states will be marked out of score of 1000 on the basis of 70 parameters. If we talk about MHRD, it was in news as recently it has constituted a task force to look into the issues of suicides of students in Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas. Dr. Jitendra Nagpal is the head of this task force. MHRD also started 3 new initiatives recently. These are LEAP, ARPIT and SPARK. LEAP stands for Leadership for Academicians Program. ARPIT stands for Annual Refresher Program in Teaching and SPARK stands for Scheme for Promotion of Academic and Research Collaboration. MHRD recently announced that India will participate in PISA after a boycott of 9 years. PISA stands for Program for International Student Assessment and India will participate in 2021 PISA. If we talk about education, 11th November is celebrated as National Education Day. It is the birth anniversary of Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. He was the first education minister of independent India. Next question is, on which date the 2019 non-resident Indian Day is observed? Right answer is 9th of January. The Pravasi Bharati Divas, which is also known as NRI Day, is observed every year on 9th of January. 9th of January is special because on this date in 1915, Mr. Mahatma Gandhi returned back to India from South Africa. If we talk about few important days, 1st January is Global Family Day. It is also celebrated as World Day of Peace. There is one more day related to peace. It is International Day of Peace. It is celebrated on 21st September. On 4th of January, World Braille Day is observed, and 4th January is also celebrated as Independence Day by Myanmar. 9th January is Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. This year, that means in 2019, 15th edition of Pravasi Bharatiya Divas will be celebrated in Varanasi. If we talk about Varanasi, recently Prime Minister inaugurated country's first multimodal terminal constructed on River Ganga in Varanasi. The Prime Minister also attended One District, One Product Regional Summit in Varanasi. Next question is, who is the head of RBI panel on digital payments? Right answer is Mr. Nandan Nilekani. Mr. Nandan Nilekani will be the head of RBI Digital Payments Panel. The panel will suggest a medium-term strategy for digital payments in India. Mr. Nandan Nilekani is a co-founder of Infosys and he was the former chairman of UIDAI. UIDAI stands for Unique Identification Authority of India. It is a statutory body. That means UIDAI is having the backing of law. UIDAI collect the Aadhaar data. Aadhaar is a 12-digit unique identification number. So UIDAI is a statutory body. It is under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Presently, Mr. J. Satyanarayan is the chairman of UIDAI and Dr. Ajay Bhushan Pandey is the CEO of UIDAI. Recently, RBI also constituted a 8-member committee for the revival of MSME sector. The committee is headed by former SEBI chairman Mr. UK Sinha. RBI also constituted a committee to review the economic capital framework. This committee will be headed by Mr. Vimal Jalan. He is former RBI governor. RBI also launched SRPHI. SRPHI stands for Survey on Retail Payment Habits of Individuals. So this particular survey will capture the payment habits of individuals in 6 cities. These 6 cities are Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, Bengaluru and Guwahati. Next question is, which Indian pavilion has won the Exhibitor of Year award at 106th Indian Science Congress? Right answer is DRDO. DRDO has received Exhibitor of Year award at 106th Indian Science Congress. If we talk about DRDO, it is Defense Research and Development Organization. It was formed in 1958. Mr. G. Satish Reddy is the chairman of DRDO. DRDO is under Ministry of Defense. If we talk about 106th edition of Indian Science Congress, this held in Lovely Professional University in Punjab. It was inaugurated by Prime Minister Mr. Modi and the theme of this event was Future India, Science and Technology. There was one sub-event. It was Women's Science Congress. Women's Science Congress is a part of Indian Science Congress. Women's Science Congress was inaugurated by Union Minister for Textiles, Ms. Smriti Irani. There are 2 more Science Congress. One is National Children's Science Congress. Recently, this event held in Bhubaneswar in Odisha. It was inaugurated by Mr. Naveen Patnaik. The theme of this event was Science, Technology and Innovation for a Clean, Green and Healthy Nation. There was one more Science Congress. It was Indian Social Science Congress. It also held in Bhubaneswar in Odisha. It was inaugurated by Manipur Governor Dr. Najma Heptullah. The theme of this particular event was Human Future in Digital Era. Next question is, the Indian economy is expected to grow at how much percentage in fiscal year 2019 as per the latest estimates of Central Statistics Office? Right answer is 7.2. As per CSO, that means Central Statistics Office, Indian economy is expected to grow at 7.2%. Last year the growth rate was 6.7%. So this year it is expected to grow at much better rate. And the reason is improvement in the performance of agriculture and manufacturing sector. If we talk about CSO, it is Central Statistics Office, It was formed in 1951. It is under Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. However, the estimate of CSO is a bit lower than estimate by RBI. As per RBI, Indian economy is expected to grow at 7.4%. So RBI growth projections are 7.4 while CSO growth projections are 7.2. Next question is, which city is the venue of 6th Women of India Organic Festival 2019? Right answer is Chandigarh. The 6th Women of India 2019 will be in Chandigarh. The event will be organized by Ministry of Women and Child Development. The objective is to promote women farmers and entrepreneurs in organic sector. Sikkim is India's first organic state. Recently, Sikkim won FAO Future Policy Gold Award. FAO stands for Food and Agriculture Organization. The headquarters of FAO is in Rome. Rome is the capital of Italy. And recently, FAO also approved India's idea of declaring 2023 as International Year of Millets. What is India's GDP forecast for fiscal year 19 as per World Bank's 2019 Global Economic Prospectus Report? So recently, World Bank has released 2019 Global Economic Prospectus Report. As per that report, India is expected to grow at the rate of 7.3%. If we talk about Global Economic Prospectus, it is published by the World Bank. The title of 2019 Global Economic Prospectus Report was Darkening Skies. As per this report, India is expected to grow at 7.3%, while China's economic growth is projected to slow down to 6.2%. So as per this report, India will continue to be fastest growing major economy in the world. If we talk about growth projections by other organizations, as per CSO estimates, India is expected to grow at 7.2%. CSO stands for Central Statistics Office. As per Global Economic Prospectus, it is 7.3, and as per RBI projections, India is expected to grow at 7.4%. Next question is, the controversial Citizenship Amendment Bill 2019 seeks to provide Indian citizenship to non-Muslims from which of the following countries? Right answer is Bangladesh, Pakistan and Afghanistan. Now recently, Lok Sabha has passed this Citizenship Amendment Bill 2019. So as per this bill, Indian citizenship will be provided to non-Muslims. That means Indian citizenship will be provided to 6 religious minorities from 3 countries. So these 6 religious minorities are Hindus, Sikh, Jains, Buddhist, Christian and Parsis, and 3 countries are Afghanistan, Pakistan and Bangladesh. So as per the official statement, the objective of this bill is to provide Indian citizenship to those who are facing the issues of religious persecution in their home countries. That means in these 3 countries. So the bill seeks to amend Citizenship Act of 1955. The bill provides that Indian citizenship will be provided to such immigrants after 6 years of residence in India instead of present 12 years. That means right now there is a requirement of 12 years of residence in India before getting citizenship. Now after this bill, in case of these 6 minorities, the requirement will be of 6 years of residence in India. Since the bill has been passed by Lok Sabha, so now this bill will be tabled in Rajya Sabha for discussion. Now there is one more issue related to this bill. Few northeast states, particularly Assam, is vehemently opposing this bill. Let's understand why this bill is being opposed. Actually, the provisions of Citizenship Amendment Bill are contradictory to Assam Accord of 1985. So as per Assam Accord, the illegal immigrants heading in from Bangladesh after 25th March of 1971 would be deported. So as per Assam Accord, the illegal migrants from Bangladesh after 25th March 1971 would be deported. So cutoff date as per Assam Accord was 24th March 1971. However, as per this Citizenship Amendment Bill, the cutoff date is 31st December 2014, and that is the issue. So as per Assam, this Citizenship Amendment Bill will lead to the influx of illegal migrants in Assam, and that's why they are opposing it. Next question is, who has become first Indian to head Global Solar Council? Right answer is Mr. Pranab R. Mehta. Mr. Pranab R. Mehta has become first Indian to head Global Solar Council. If we talk about Global Solar Council, it is an international non-profit association. It was founded in 2015 and the headquarters is in Washington DC in USA. And Mr. Pranab R. Mehta is the first Indian to be the head of GSC. Mr. Mehta is the chairman of National Solar Energy Federation of India. There is one more event related to solar power. It is Solar Power Summit. It will be in Brussels in March. Brussels is the capital of Belgium. Next question is, which country has been named as the host of 2019 Africa Cup of Nations? Right answer is Egypt. The 2019 Africa Cup of Nations will be hosted by Egypt in July. If we talk about Africa Cup of Nations, the current champion is Cameroon and Egypt is most successful team. If we talk about Egypt, the capital of Egypt is Cairo and Mr. Abdel Fattah al-Sisi is the president of Egypt. Actually, earlier Cameroon was supposed to host this tournament. However, because of delay in preparations and concerns over security, now this tournament will be hosted by Egypt. If we talk about Cameroon, it is an African country and the capital of Cameroon is Yaoundé. The president of Cameroon is Mr. Paul Biya and he recently won 7th presidential election. He is ruling the country since 1982. Next question is, the Union government has launched the Web Wonder Woman campaign in collaboration with which human rights organization? Right answer is Breakthrough India. The Union Ministry of Women and Child Development has launched a online campaign. The name of campaign is #WWW-WebWonderWoman. So the purpose of this particular campaign is to discover and celebrate the exceptional achievements of women who have influenced and impacted society through social media. So this initiative is a collaboration of Ministry of Women and Child Development and Breakthrough India and Twitter India. If we talk about Breakthrough India, it is a global human rights organization which works to end the violence against women and girls. If we talk about Twitter, recently Twitter also started #PowerOf18. This campaign was started to encourage the youth of India to contribute to public debate and participate in civic engagement in the upcoming general elections. Recently, one more ministry started an initiative on Twitter. It is CyberDost. It is an initiative of Ministry of Home Affairs and it was started to spread awareness about cyber crimes. Next question is, Gangajal Project, which is in news recently, is launched in which of the following cities? Right answer is Agra. The Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, has launched Gangajal Project in Agra to provide better and more assured water supply in Agra. He also laid the foundation stone for Integrated Command and Control Center for Agra Smart City Project. Agra was also in news as recently the first India-Japan air exercise Sinyo Maitri held in Agra. Agra is in UP. If we talk about UP, it has recently renamed few places. Mughal Sarai railway station has been renamed as Deen Dayal Upadhyay Junction. Faizabad has been renamed as Ayodhya. Allahabad has been renamed as Prayagraj. Lucknow's Ekana Cricket Stadium has been renamed as Bharat Ratan Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee International Cricket Stadium. Also, India's first multimodal terminal was inaugurated by Prime Minister in Varanasi. India's first elephant hospital is also situated in Mathura in UP, and this year Kumbh will be organized in Prayagraj. Additionally, the 15th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas will be celebrated in Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh. Next question is, India's longest single-lane steel cable suspension bridge has opened in which of the following states? Right answer is Arunachal Pradesh. The Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh, Mr. Pema Khandu, has recently inaugurated India's longest 300-meter single-lane steel cable suspension bridge over River Siang in the Upper Siang district of Arunachal Pradesh. So this bridge is over Siang River. It is 300 meter and it is longest single-lane steel cable suspension bridge. If we talk about Arunachal Pradesh, it was in news as recently Arunachal Pradesh Assembly passed a bill for the creation of 3 new districts. These 3 districts are Shiomi, Leparada and Pake Kesang. Arunachal Pradesh state government also launched Chief Minister's Sashakt Kisan Yojana and Chief Minister's Krishi Samuk Yojana in Itanagar. Additionally, this year, Arunachal Pradesh will host second edition of Northeast Olympic Games, the first edition of Northeast Olympic Games held in Manipur. Next question is, which of the following states is set to become the first Indian state to roll out universal basic income? Right answer is Sikkim. The Sikkim Democratic Front ruled government has recently decided to include universal basic income in the poll manifesto for state assembly polls, and they intend to implement the scheme by 2022. Now, what is universal basic income? It is a basic income that will be provided to residents of state irrespective of their economic and social status. So it is a basic income that will be provided universally to every resident of state. If we talk about Sikkim, it is first fully organic state of India, and recently it won FAO, that means Food and Agriculture Organization's Future Policy Gold Award. Recently Sikkim also got its first airport. It is Pakyong Airport. It was inaugurated by Indian Prime Minister Mr. Modi. Also, the Chief Minister of Sikkim, Mr. Pawan Chamling, is India's longest serving Chief Minister. He surpassed the record of Mr. Jyoti Basu. Next question is, the first ever India Central Asia Dialogue at the level of foreign ministers is scheduled to be held in which of the following countries? Right answer is Uzbekistan. First ever India Central Asia Dialogue at the level of foreign ministers is scheduled to be held in Uzbekistan. If we talk about Central Asian countries, these are Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan. So the capital of Kazakhstan is Astana, capital of Uzbekistan is Tashkent, capital of Turkmenistan is Ashgabat and capital of Tajikistan is Dushanbe. Capital of Kyrgyzstan is Bishkek. Uzbekistan was also in news as it has announced 2019 as Year of Active Investment and Social Development in the backdrop of wider business with India. So this is a clear indication of India's growing presence in Central Asian region. If we talk about Uzbekistan, it is Central Asian country and Mr. Shavkat Mirziyoyev is the president of Uzbekistan. There was one more Central Asian country which was in news. It was Turkmenistan, as Turkmenistan has launched its first messaging app. The name of app is Bizbard. Next question is, what is India's rank at the EIU Democracy Index 2018? Right answer is 41st. Recently, the Economist Intelligence Unit released a democracy index. As per that index, India is on 41st position, Norway is on top, Iceland is on second position, and India is on 41st position with 7.23 score. If we talk about EIU, that means Economist Intelligence Unit, it was founded in 1946 and this year headquarters is in London. 2018 Democracy Index was 11th edition. The title of this edition was Democracy 2018 Me Too, Political Participation, Protest and Democracy. The EIU also published Global Livability Index. As per 2018 Global Livability Index, Vienna is most livable city. Vienna is the capital of Austria. Vienna is also the headquarters of OPEC, that means Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, and recently Qatar has announced that it will withdraw from OPEC membership. Vienna is also the headquarters of IAEA, that means International Atomic Energy Agency. Now, as per 2018 Global Livability Index, this is first time that any European city has topped this ranking. If we talk about India, New Delhi was on 112th position and Mumbai was on 117th position. Which of the following states have signed agreement for Renukaji multipurpose dam project? Right answer is all of the above. On 11th of January, an agreement was signed for Renukaji Dam multipurpose project. This was signed between Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Delhi, Rajasthan and Uttarakhand. So as per this agreement, 3 storage projects will be constructed on Yamuna and 2 of its tributaries. These 2 tributaries are Tons and Giri. So 3 projects will be covered as per this agreement. These 3 projects are Lakhwar project on river Yamuna in Uttarakhand, Kishau project on river Tons in Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh, and Renukaji project on river Giri in Himachal Pradesh. If we talk about funding mechanism, 90% of funding will be provided by Government of India. That means 90% of the funding will be provided by central government and rest 10% will be provided by beneficiary states. Next question is, who has been appointed as new Prime Minister of Taiwan? Right answer is Xu Shangchang. Recently, Taiwan President Ms. Tsai Ing-wen has appointed Xu Shangchang as the new Prime Minister of Taiwan. If we talk about the President of Taiwan, she is Ms. Tsai Ing-wen. She is the first woman President of Taiwan. And new Prime Minister is Mr. Xu Shangchang. If we talk about Taiwan, the official name of Taiwan is Republic of China. On the other hand, official name of China is People's Republic of China. The President of People's Republic of China is Mr. Xi Jinping. The capital of Taiwan is Taipei and the capital of China is Beijing. Now China, that means mainland China, also state the policy of One China policy. Now what exactly is that? As per One China policy, Taiwan is treated as a part of China that will rejoin the mainland eventually. However, Taiwan does not accept this One China policy. If we talk about few other political leaders which were in news recently elections held in Bangladesh and the coalition of Ms. Sheikh Hasina won absolute majority. Recently, Mr. Jair Bolsonaro became the President of Brazil and Mr. Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador became the President of Mexico. Mr. Ibrahim Mohamed Soli became the President of Maldives. Next question is, who has been named as India's Chief de Mission for 2020 Tokyo Olympics? Right answer is Mr. Birender Prasad. Mr. Birender Prasad, who is the President of Indian Weightlifting Federation, has been named as Chief de Mission for 2020 Tokyo Olympics. This is first time that the sport of weightlifting has been accorded with the honor of Chief de Mission for Olympics. If we talk about 2020 Olympic Games, this will be organized by Japan in Tokyo. If we talk about the mascot, Maritowa is the official mascot of 2020 Summer Olympic Games, while Somaiti is the official mascot of 2020 Summer Para-Olympic Games. If we talk about recent and upcoming Olympic Games, the 2018 Winter Olympic Games held in South Korea and the 2022 Winter Olympic Games will be in Beijing. The 2016 Summer Olympic Games held in Rio in Brazil and the 2020 Summer Olympic Games will be in Tokyo in Japan. If we talk about Youth Olympic Games, the Winter Youth Olympic Games held in Norway in 2016 and the next Winter Youth Olympic Games will be in Switzerland in 2020. On the other hand, Summer Youth Olympic Games held in Argentina recently and the next Summer Youth Olympic Games will be in Senegal. Senegal is African country and the capital of Senegal is Dhaka. If we talk about Japan, who is the host of 2020 Summer Olympic Games, Japan government also passed a controversial law to accept foreign blue-collar workers. Japan also announced its decision to withdraw from International Whaling Commission. Japan will also be the host of next G20 summit, that means 2019 G20 summit. The most recent G20 summit held in Argentina in Buenos Aires. India will host the 2022 G20 summit. 2022 is special for us as India will complete 75 years of independence. Next question is, what is India's position as per 2019 Henley and Partners Passport Index? Right answer is 79. As per 2019 Henley and Partners Passport Index, India's ranking is 79. The Henley Index ranks world's passports based on how many countries the passport holder can access without a prior visa. So, as per this index, an Indian passport holder can visit 61 countries without a pre-travel visa. If we talk about this ranking, the index is based on data provided by International Air Transport Authority. And if we talk about the ranking in this index, Japan is on top position, Singapore is on second position, and India is on 79th position. If we talk about few other reports, recently Gender Gap Index was released. It was released by World Economic Forum and India is on 108th position. India is on 103rd position as per Global Hunger Index. Next question is, who has been ranked number 1 in light fly, that means in the weight category of 45 to 48 by the International Boxing Association? Right answer is Miss Mary Kom. Miss Mary Kom has been ranked number 1 in light fly category by AIBA. If we talk about Miss Mary Kom, she recently won her 6th historic gold medal and became the most successful women boxer in World Championship. If we talk about 2018 AIBA Women's World Boxing Championship, this was the 10th edition. This held in New Delhi, and Miss MC Mary Kom won her 6th World Boxing Championship gold medal. If we talk about AIBA, that means International Boxing Association, it was formed in 1946 and the headquarters is in Lausanne in Switzerland. If we talk about Miss Mary Kom, recently she was given Methoilima title by Manipur government. Miss Mary Kom is also the brand ambassador of BSNL. She is also the brand ambassador of Tribes India. Next question is, which IIT has decided to launch 6-month Artificial Intelligence course? Right answer is IIT Kharagpur. IIT Kharagpur will launch a 6-month course on Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning for working professionals and engineering students. If we talk about few other IITs which were in news, recently IIT Hyderabad has developed a smartphone based sensor to detect milk adulteration, and IIT Madras, which has developed a microprocessor named Rise Greek under Project Sakti. If we talk about IIT Kharagpur, it has developed National Digital Library of India, and recently IIT Kharagpur has also won DSCI Award for Cybersecurity. DSCI Award for Cybersecurity was given by Data Security Council of India. It is an industry body on data protection and it has been set up by NASSCOM. If we talk about IIT Kanpur has developed a online tool, Treadwheel, to help people to cope up with mental health issues. Next question is, which of the following is the base year for National Clean Air Program? Right answer is 2017. Recently, Union Environment Minister Mr. Harshvardhan launched National Clean Air Program to combat air pollution. Now, 2017 will be the base year for comparison for this program. That means in order to assess the progress, the data of 2017 will be used for comparison. This is a 5-year action plan and 2019 will be the first year. Next question is, who is the author of book We Are Displaced, My Journey and Stories from Refugee Girls Around the World? Right answer is Miss Malala Yousafzai. The book We Are Displaced, My Journey and Stories from Refugee Girls Around the World has been authored by Miss Malala Yousafzai. If we talk about Miss Malala, recently Harvard University also selected Miss Malala Yousafzai for 2018 Glitzman Award. She was awarded for promoting girls' education. Miss Malala Yousafzai was given Nobel Peace Prize in 2014 and she is the youngest Nobel laureate in the history of Nobel Award. She shared this award with children's rights activist Mr. Kailash Satyarthi. If we talk about Nobel Prize, this year Mr. Denis Mukwege and Miss Nadia Murad were given Nobel Peace Prize. Miss Nadia Murad was also in news because of her book. The name of her book is The Last Girl. Next question is, who is the head of SEBI committee to link research to policy making? Right answer is Mr. Shankar Dey. Recently, SEBI, that means Security and Exchange Board of India, has constituted a research advisory committee to strengthen the research function and to link it with policy making. So Mr. Shankar Dey will be the head of this panel. If we talk about SEBI, it is Securities and Exchange Board of India. It was formed in 1988. However, it was given statutory power in 1992 through SEBI Act. So now it is a statutory body. The headquarters of SEBI is in Mumbai and Mr. Ajay Tyagi is the present chairman of SEBI. One more former SEBI chairman was in news, as recently RBI has appointed 8-member committee for the revival of MSME. This committee will be headed by former SEBI chairman Mr. UK Sinha. Next question is, which of the following international organizations has recently released the report Future of Consumption in Fast Growth Consumer Market India? Right answer is WEF, that means World Economic Forum has recently released its report. The title of report is Future of Consumption in Fast Growth Consumer Market India. As per the report, India will be the third largest consumer market by 2030. the top two consumer markets are USA and China. And by 2030, India will be the third largest consumer market. If we talk about Indian economy, presently India is world's sixth largest economy. USA is on top position, China is on second, Japan is third largest economy, Germany is fourth, UK is fifth, and recently India surpassed France and became sixth largest economy. Also, as per Niti Aayog's strategy for New India at 75, India's objective to be a 5 trillion economy by 2030. If we talk about World Economic Forum, it was formed in 1971 and Mr. Klaus Schwab is the founder as well as the executive chairman of World Economic Forum. The headquarters of WEF is in Cologne in Switzerland. WEF, that means World Economic Forum, also publishes Global Gender Gap Index. As per 2018 Global Gender Gap Index, India's ranking is 108. WEF also publishes Global Competitiveness Index. As per this index, India's ranking is 58 and USA is on the top in terms of Global Competitiveness Index. Who is the head of Election Commission panel which submitted its report on digital media and campaigning during last 48 hours before polls? Right answer is Mr. Umesh Sinha. Recently, Election Commission constituted a panel. The panel was under the chairmanship of Mr. Umesh Sinha. The panel had submitted its report on digital media and campaigning during last 48 hours before elections. That means before polls. Presently, no campaigning is allowed in last 48 hours so that voters can think independently. If we talk about Election Commission of India, it is a constitutional body. Article 324 of the Constitution provides for Election Commission of India for free and fair elections in India. It was formed on 25th of January 1950 and that's why 25th of January is celebrated as National Voters Day. Presently, Mr. Sunil Arora is the Chief Election Commissioner. Next question is, which city is the venue of 25th edition of Partnership Summit 2019? Right answer is Mumbai. The 25th edition of Partnership Summit held in Mumbai. It was inaugurated by Vice President Mr. M. Venkaiah Naidu. The summit was organized by Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, that means DIPP. DIPP is under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So this was organized by DIPP in collaboration with Maharashtra government and CII, that means Confederation of Indian Industry. If we talk about Mumbai, recently Global Healthcare Summit also held in Mumbai. That was 12th edition. The next edition, that means 13th edition, will be in Hyderabad in 2019. If we talk about Mumbai, it is the capital of Maharashtra. Maharashtra recently started SMART initiative. SMART stands for State of Maharashtra Agribusiness and Rural Transformation. Maharashtra government also launched Bharat Ratan Atal Bihari Vajpayee International Schools in Mumbai. Also, the second Khelo India Games are going on in Pune in Maharashtra. Next question is, which of the following Indian players has recently received honorary membership of Sydney Cricket Ground? Right answer is Mr. Virat Kohli. Recently, Mr. Virat Kohli and Mr. Ravi Shastri has received honorary membership of Sydney Cricket Ground. Mr. Ravi Shastri is the present coach of men's cricket team. Recently, Mr. W.V. Raman has been appointed as coach of women's cricket team. Apart from Mr. Virat Kohli and Mr. Ravi Shastri, the only other international cricketers to be granted the honorary membership of Sydney Cricket Ground are Mr. Sachin Tendulkar and Mr. Brian Lara. If we talk about Sydney Cricket Ground, it is in Australia and recently Australian women's team won the T20 World Cup. This T20 World Cup held in West Indies and Australia won it by defeating England. If we talk about Australia, recently Australia recognized West Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. The Prime Minister of Australia is Mr. Scott Morrison, and Israel was in news recently as Israel and USA formally left UNESCO. Next question is, which Indian journalist has been appointed as the President of Alliance for Media Freedom? Right answer is Mr. N. Ram. Mr. Narsimhan Ram, who is the chairman of The Hindu Publishing Group, has been appointed as the president of the Alliance for Media Freedom. This alliance works for the media freedom media independence and safety of journalists. Mr. N. Ram was also in news as recently he was given Raja Ram Mohan Roy Award for his outstanding contribution towards journalism. He was given this award on the occasion of National Press Day. Every year on 16th of November, National Press Day is celebrated. If we talk about World Press Freedom Day, it is celebrated on 3rd of May. There is one more important index related to press. It is World Press Freedom Index. It is published by Reporters Without Borders. As per this 2018 World Press Freedom Index, Norway is on top position, Sweden is on second, India is on 138th position. Next question is, Ashutosh Aman, who is in news recently, is associated with which sport? Right answer is cricket. Mr. Ashutosh Aman is associated with cricket. He is from Bihar and he is left arm spinner. Recently he broke the 44 years old record of most wickets in a single Ranji Trophy season. In present Ranji Trophy season, he took 68 wickets and he broke the record of former Indian skipper Mr. Bishan Singh Bedi. So Mr. Ashutosh Aman is the highest wicket taker in a single season in Ranji Trophy. Recently, Mr. Jasprit Bumrah has become the highest international wicket taker in all formats in 2018. Overall, he took 78 wickets. South African cricketer Mr. Rabada was on second position. If we talk about few other news related to cricket, recently Mr. Wasim Jafar became first batsman to score 11,000 Ranji Trophy runs, and former Indian skipper Mr. Dhoni has become the fifth Indian to score 10,000 ODI runs, that means one day international runs. Recently, Mr. Kohli surpassed Mr. Dravid to become the highest scoring Indian test batsman on overseas soil in a particular calendar year, and Mr. Rishabh Pant became the first Indian wicketkeeper to claim 20 catches in a test series. India recently became the fifth team to win 150 test matches. The other four teams are Australia, West Indies, South Africa and England. And recently England became the first country to play 1000 test matches. There was one more news associated with cricket. In 2018, 3 players were inducted into Hall of Fame. These 3 players were Mr. Rahul Dravid, Mr. Ricky Ponting and Claire Taylor. So these were important facts related to cricket which were in news recently. Next question is, who has been conferred the ICSI Lifetime Achievement Award? Right answer is Mr. Adi Godrej. Mr. Adi Godrej has been conferred the ICSI Lifetime Achievement Award for translating excellence in corporate governance into reality. If we talk about ICSI, it is the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. It should be kept in mind that it is a statutory body. It was formed in 1968. If we talk about Mr. Adi Godrej, he is the chairman of Godrej Group. Next question is, in which year the great Indian scholar Swami Vivekananda was born? Right answer is 1863. Swami Vivekananda was born in 1863. Swami Vivekananda was born in Kolkata on 12th of January 1863 as Mr. Narendranath, and since 12th January is his birthday, that's why 12th January is celebrated as National Youth Day. Mr. Vivekananda gave a famous speech at World's Parliament of Religion in Chicago in 1893. That means exactly 30 years after his birth. And recently, the World Hindu Congress was organized in Chicago to commemorate 125 years of that historic speech. So, he was born in 1863. He gave that speech in Chicago in 1893, and in 2018, World Hindu Congress was organized in Chicago to commemorate 125 years of that speech. If we talk about Mr. Vivekananda, 12th January is his birth anniversary, and that's why it is National Youth Day of India. If we talk about International Youth Day, it is celebrated on 12th of August. Recently, on the occasion of National Youth Day, the tallest bronze statue was unveiled by Jharkhand Chief Minister Mr. Raghuvar Das. Next question is, which city is the venue of 29th Indian Paint Conference 2019? Right answer is Agra. The 29th Indian Paint Conference has started in Agra in UP. It has been organized by Indian Paint Association. If we talk about Agra, recently Prime Minister Mr. Modi launched Gangajal Project in Agra. The project will provide assured water supply in Agra. Agra was also in news as the first India-Japan air exercise Sinnumetri held in Agra. Agra is in UP and the 15th edition of Pravasi Bharati Divas will also be organized in UP in Varanasi. Additionally, India's first elephant hospital was recently opened in Mathura in UP, and Prime Minister Mr. Modi recently inaugurated India's first multimodal terminal on River Ganga in Varanasi in UP. Next question is, who has been sworn in as the new president of Venezuela? Right answer is Mr. Nicolas Maduro. He has been sworn in for the second term as Venezuela's president, though there was international criticism that his re-election was illegitimate. If we talk about few other political leaders which were in news, recently Mr. Jair Bolsonaro became the president of Brazil. Mr. Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador became the president of Mexico. Ms. Sheikh Hasina got re-elected as Prime Minister of Bangladesh as her party won majority in recent general elections. And recently, Taiwan President Ms. Tsai Ing-wen appointed Mr. Xu Shangcheng as the new Premier of Taiwan. The capital of Taiwan is Taipei and the official name of Taiwan is Republic of China. Recently, Mr. Ibrahim Mohammed Soli became the President of Maldives. The capital of Maldives is Male. Next question is, which of the following are the features of National Youth Parliament Festival 2019? So, right answer is all of the above. On the occasion of National Youth Day, that means on 12th of January, Mr. Rajavardhan Rathod launched National Youth Parliament Festival 2019. It is organized on the theme of Be the Voice of New India and find solutions and contribute to the policy. Youth in the age group of 18 to 25 are invited to participate in district youth parliaments. So the objective of this entire initiative to invite those people who are allowed to vote but cannot contest because the age to be a voter is 18. However, the age to contest election is higher. So this initiative will be conducted at 3 levels, that means at district level, at state level and at national level, and this will provide effective voice on the vision of New India in 2022. In 2022, India will complete 75 years of independence and India will also organize G20 summit in that year. So the objective of this initiative is to encourage the youth to engage and debate about public issues. Recently, Twitter also started #PowerOf18 initiative to encourage youth to participate and to make them aware about the upcoming general elections